Hey everybody, this is Mike Richards. I am the Director of Channels here at Igneous, working with CDI. I've been working with them for about a year now. Very excited about our partnership with them. Very happy to have been invited to speak at this event and be able to join this flash session. I'm going to be chatting about unstructured data today in regards to Igneous and how we back up and archive and the benefits for our customers of doing all of this. Hope you guys have a great session today and enjoy Jeff Ross and Brett Michaels and everything that goes along with it. Um, all right, so jumping into the Clear Sky, the Igneous piece. So as I mentioned, we focus on unstructured data. What that necessarily means is, any data that sits in a NAS environment. What IDC is suggesting that unstructured data is growing at a faster clip than structured data. What that essentially means is that, the old school world where unstructured data was PowerPoints and presentations, um, Excel spreadsheets and all that stuff, like that's not what unstructured data is now. What unstructured data is now is genomics and ticker files for banking and finance and genomic testing and video and everything that goes along with it. That's the reason why unstructured data is growing at such an unprecedented clip. And because these files are now more important than they used to be, now you actually have some rules and regulations in regards to how long files need to be kept, maintained, saved, etc. In the old days, someone just lost PowerPoints, no big deal. Now, unstructured data, you can't really lose the data that people are using. So, okay, unstructured data has become more important kind of as new applications have been released to create this type of data. Now, managing this data has thus been more difficult. So as you're dealing with larger environments, whether it be hundreds of terabytes or petabytes of data, or even billions of files, we have some customers talking to us about trillions of files. Managing this data has become untenable using traditional models that have been built on structured data. The reason why is because by definition, unstructured data is different. Some file environments have lumpy data sets, right? Some files that are big, some files are small. Like I said, billions of files, larger data sets like video. Every environment is going to be different. Thus, you have to start using tools that are specifically built for unstructured data in order to manage all that data. The reason why is because back in the old days, when an end user would hit capacity on their NAS environment, they would just call their end users and say, hey, can you please delete some data? The end users wouldn't know what to delete, or they'd be fearful of deleting their data. They wouldn't. The IT staff would then be forced to buy more disk, which they would just fill again, and the cycle continues. Well, this has become untenable for larger environments because they just can't keep writing checks for these large disk environments. So that's where Igneous comes in. Our three founders were the VP of Engineering at Isilon, Director of Engineering at Isilon, and a gentleman who was the first non-founding employee at NetApp, who helped write the waffle system. So between the three, all experts in unstructured data management. So what we do when we chat with customers is let's try to figure out what type of data is stale in your environment. So for example, if you're running a cloud environment on the back end, well, how much money could you save if you move all your stale data to the cloud? Okay. First, let's figure out what's stale. What's your definition? Is it 2-year-old data, 3-year-old data, whatever? And then what's the economic impact if you were able to take all that old data, move it to a lower cost tier, and free up space on that NAS? So again, you're taking the responsibility away from the customer, your user, but then you're able to still save a boatload of money by moving all that data to a lower cost tier. Okay. And we do this with just one click, right? We have a tool called Data Discover that will scan all your data, give you visibility, show you a report, how old your data, who are the heavy hitters, etc. How do you define an old piece of data? And then with one click, you can move that data to a lower cost tier, whether it be cloud or an on-prem object like Cloudian, something like that. The key is figuring out what is old. Okay. And then let's say we've moved your old data to the cloud. Well, what about your important data that still exists on your NAS? Well, you still got to back that up because that's important data. So Igneous provides that as well. We provide archive of old data plus backup of important data from your NAS environments. Okay. Now, the reason why Igneous is better positioned to manage unstructured data than other backup technologies, like I said, is because older NDMP based backup products can't churn through this data fast enough. So you're not meeting your backup SLAs. Okay. We chatted with a customer that had a 40-day backup window. All right. Yeah. So you're not doing the backup. So what we say is get the old stuff to a lower cost tier, save money. The important stuff will churn through this data faster than anybody in the market. We can scan data at a rate of about 400,000 files per second. Okay, that's how we're able to get through these environments much quicker than anybody else. So here's what we do. The visibility tool, Data Discover, shows your report, how old your data, who your heavy hitters are, et cetera, and then what do you want to do with it? Okay, we have a product called Data Protect. If the old data, move it to a lower cost tier. The important data, keep it on the NAS, and then you're able to back up what's left over on the NAS, freeing up space on your NAS as well for you. Okay, huge benefits associated with all of this that Igneous provides to its customers. And the coolest part about all of this is that it's provided as a service. So we have a team at our headquarters dedicated to working with our customers, setting up the backup policies, figuring out what lower cost tier they want to move their data to. We'll watch and monitor this whole service, make sure that all your backups are happening. One of our customers was able to actually move a headcount from a backup admin to a cloud admin because they didn't need that backup admin anymore. Okay, because we're taking over this whole responsibility of managing this very complex, what used to be a very complex data management environment. Okay, so please come by the booth if you would. I'll be there, answer all your questions. If any of what I've mentioned resonated to you in regards to managing unstructured data, if you have large NAS environments, if you struggle with backup, if you're thinking about moving old data to the cloud and trying to figure out how to optimize the cloud costs associated, please come by the booth. I'd be more than happy to answer any of your questions. And like I said at the onset, please enjoy Jeff Ross and Brett Michaels. Have a great day. Thank you so much.